Ah, hello, everybody. How are you? Rob Sorrell here. Um, had to book a last minute trip out of state for work and had a delay in the line, and it was an 11:22 a.m. flight. And by the time they got me there, they said they weren't boarding anymore. So I am now waiting till 8:06 p.m. for a flight. Just jumping to airport, having a little tasty beverages and food before I get on my flight. But it's like a work thing, so I may be doing it for either 2 weeks to a month. So we'll probably be delaying the launch of the podcast until at least 2 weeks from now to a month. Hey, it's great to be back, Rob. Oscar Electric. I just answered the question. And yeah, we were supposed to start at the beginning of February, but I just had a work assignment by my job, and I have to be out of state, and it's going to be maybe 2 weeks, maybe to a month. So I won't be back home in the studio till then. No, I peed once in the airport bathroom. I didn't sit down in there yet, but um, no, I'm not going to Vegas. No, I'm not telling you all where I'm going, but it's out of state, out of Jersey. I'll tell you that. Hard Rock, Tampa. No, um, man, it's been just like a crazy couple days. So I'm just ready. I just missing this flight. It was just devastating. I just was ready to get there. I was supposed to be at my destination at 2:30. Which what time is it now? Probably that now, and I'm not going to get there now till 11:30 at night. So I'm tired, restless because of the last minute thing. So I already haven't slept because I was last minute. I had to make arrangements for the dogs, like having people take the dogs, and I have a text group of like 7 people, and they're texting and out, taking shifts of taking the dogs out. So I was freaking out about that, and then I was packing, and then finally rushed to the airport, and I missed my flight. But yeah, that's the life of Rob Saw. Um, Super chat. I'm a coming in Shuli's fate. Oh, geez. The Duke is hurt by you. I have been so busy. I did get a text from the Duke to call him, but I haven't been calling anybody. But because the Duke um, is where's he at? Florida. I mean, right now I'm only contacting people near me. I was getting my dogs set up for my little work trip that I'm going on. So I uh, I, I I haven't been in touch with anybody but like close family and friends nearby. I was you know how I am with my dogs. I have to make sure my dogs are taken care of. That's my first priority. In fact, they were trying to get me on a flight yesterday, and I was like, I need more time. I'm like, I got to get my affairs in order with my dogs, and thank God I have a close knit group of friends, family, and coworkers that are around the area that go in and check on it. Like I have a key padded door where everybody has their own code and can get in. And then I put them on a group chat so they all know who's going when and doing that. So I feel safer with that on the trip. I wish I just would have made the flight on time. Doing this from the phone, I hate doing the chats from the phone. I just it's I'm so used to doing it on the computer. Uh, what's it? $1.99. Benjamin Franklin Q says Duke watched TV clip 75 times last night. Yeah, it's funny too. I even got a letter from Carl about it. Yeah, I was like, I was just testing. I really didn't expect it to be, and I knew the TV was in an awkward spot, and I like was kind of moving my hands around, talking about like, um, how awkward the TV position was, and then all of a sudden, moving my hands, I knocked the TV clear over, and then I saw, yeah, I've seen a million people clip it, and it is funny because the look on my face is, I've got my dog in my lap, and I have a look of pure horror on my face and panic. So I get why it was clipped, but that was not done on purpose. I assure you. How do I get regular? You know what? I think I got to move the camera this way to get to chats. I don't know because I really can't see the chats like that. I guess I got to do it this way. Starred. I don't know. Am I not? Well, how come I can't see the chats? God, I hate this. I guess I take it off stage. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the chat. I haven't done a phone one for so long. A phoner, an old phoner. Uh, how much to call the Duke live on air? It can't happen. I'm doing it from my phone. If I call the Duke on air, it'll shut off this stream because I'm doing it from my phone. So that's not going to happen. So, like when people try to call in to my phone, because I have my studio phone number set up to the phone when I have it set up in the studio. But when I'm doing it on my phone, when people call in and like, if I try to answer it, it just shuts down the stream. Oop, almost ended the stream just now. All right. How do I end it? Okay, there we go. Let me make sure I'm reading all the super chats here. Uh, could you do the pizza roll bits for old time's sake? I'm retiring the pizza roll bit. No, I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm at an airport. I'm not going to scream like a lunatic in the airport. I already missed my first flight. I don't want to be accused of being a maniac and miss my second flight and have to wait like another day to get on the airplane. That's a. How do I unsay? Okay. Uh, show on stage. All right. Carl Hayes, 1215 says, you look healthy, Rob. Focus on what's positive and ditch the Duke. He's not a friend. Where are you going? On a little work activity I have to do. But a little project. So yeah. Um You shun the Duke, Benjamin Franklin said. No, I will text John back. I have no beef with John. I said I have no interest in being a part of the Dabbleverse. I mean, it's just a toxic place, especially like doing John's show. Like um, then I'll be watched by like a bunch of other shows, and just have to, and you just get so much hatred, and I'll have to hear all these negative stuff about me. And, my daughter's at the age too where she can look up my name. So, and, me and my daughter, we hang out a lot. We're close. Our new thing is we go to a lot of concerts together. And yeah, I just don't want to be involved in an area where it's just going to be people accusing me of weird shit that's made up in Dabbleverse land. Yeah, so I work right now. Clearwater Gacy, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. He says, "Can you have the Israel vegetarian backlog?" Israel vegetarian. Who was that? I don't remember that. I don't. I just don't remember that. I'll tell you, I'm gonna sleep good on it. It's a 3 hour flight. I'm gonna sleep good on the plane. Everybody keeps saying sleep now, why it's so long, but I feel like because this happened so fast, and I was arranging um, people to take care of the dogs and packing that I feel like if I fall asleep here, I'll crash out and I'll miss the next flight, and I just can't do that. I mean, I'm already freaking out about getting to my destination now. I was supposed to be there already. It's 4 o'clock. I was supposed to be there at 2:30, and now I won't be there till 11:30 p.m. Up. Ring. Hold on. Let me check ring. Someone. Maybe I lose you when I check it. I just checked the ring cam, but I'm just glad that I know that people are going in and checking in on the dogs because I left the house at around 9 this morning. Um, and I have people. I think I have 7 people in the group chat, and they're getting with each other and taking shifts with the dogs. Um, that way the dogs can still be home. They're used to being at the house, and it's already they're going to be like uh, a little anxious about me not being around, and putting them in another environment would probably make them even more anxious. So at least they're still home and they're all together, and people are coming in and taking them out, and doing that. I think that's the best thing for them. That's right. Who let the dogs out? Hoof, 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 hoof. Um, yeah, the dogs are super high maintenance rubbish. They are, but I spoil them. That's why. And yeah, dogs don't know the exact amount of time. Who said that? Dogs don't even know time, but they know. They don't know. Them not knowing time is because if I could leave for 3 minutes and they've act like I've been gone 3 hours. So yeah, they don't have concept of time, but they know I'm not there. And the longer I'm gone, the longer the more upset they get. What's this? $2 super chat. This is a Unite Here trip. What destination? Safe travel? No, not Unite Here trip. It's a secret trip. I can't tell you all about it. Well, it's going to be from be about a couple weeks to a month maybe. Let's see here. Sorry, actually, this rubbish who's usually insulting me said something nice, so I'll put it on the stage. It said, "You're a good dude. I bust balls, but any man who cares that much for his animals." John kill. Yeah, I don't know. I always hear the stuff about John and his cats. Listen, people make up stuff. I mean, listen, I took my dog to the vet, and they had to use a lube on him, and I made a joke about how it reminded me of jerking off, and then it went to like I jerked off my dogs, and then I have sex with my dog, and now people put that as fact. So it's like any little like kind of thing that's taken out of context turns into fact. So I can't trust anything about that, but. um, Oscar Electric, $10. Thank you. $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Says, have a great trip. Have a drink on me. Thank you. Oh, there's my Ring door cam. It real loud in my ear again. Um, 2026 going to be a great year for you, my brother. New Jersey boys don't play fucking games. You are my alibi. 2/4/25. Don't forget we were together all day. I don't know. I'll have to look at my schedule, Oscar Electric. I don't know if I can be an alibi. I got to check my work schedule. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to Jamaica. Jamaica, Mom. No, it's only a 3 hour flight. 3 hour flight. I'm just really not allowed to be that specific with work details. I mean, that's a lot of why, not only did I take a break from the Dabbleverse because of my daughter, but work didn't really care for it either. But so I definitely like to bring in too many specifics of that. You see how fat Final Boss? So yeah, Doctor Mega G. I see you keep saying that. No, I mean, I guess I'd have to see a current picture of him. He was always kind of chubby, but I mean, is he like obese now? I don't know. And even if you send me a current picture, I'm not going to know because I always remember him being kind of a little bit bloated. But you'll have to send me a before and after picture, and that's when I'll comment. You have to send me two pictures of what he used to look like and what he looks like now, and then I will be the judge of if he got really heavy. Yes. No one can deny Rob cares for his picture. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Yeah, and and I think that's what made it worse is me getting angry about people saying that because that's the Dabbleverse and that's just trolling in general. Once you see something bother somebody, you double down. I shouldn't let it, but it's just I am such a advocate for animals and animal rescue that it would get under my skin, but I'm over it now because I know and everybody knows, and they could send anybody to my house and like they did with John, and they'll see how well these animals are taken care of and how loved they are. I mean, these animals are like they're spoiled to death. Johnny Pate number 8 says. Rob, I'd be happy to take care of your dogs. I charge $300 per day, but will do you a favor at $275 a day. Johnny Payton, I got friends and family that are helping me out, doing me a solid, but I appreciate it. But if I'm ever in need and I have nobody, I will pay that money to make sure my dogs are taken care of. Yes. How much to yell at a guy in the airport, sir? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm not yelling or doing anything in here because I don't want to I've been here so long already, and I still have another 4 hours before I'm taking off on a plane. So yeah, I'm not gonna yell or do anything here because I just need to get on with this day. I was already I was begging them to let me in when I got there, and I guess I was the only person left that they didn't see on the flight list. So as soon as I ran up there, I saw the girls at the gate, and they said, "Mr. Saul," and I said, "Yes," and they're like, "Sorry, you're too late." I'm like, "Please, just let me on, let me on, let me on." The next flight's not until 8:06. I've been here since 10:30 in the morning. I still have another 4 hours. Uh, all right. What time arrived at airport? Why missed the first flight? How? Um, okay, so I got there and my work booked the ticket for me and paid for it. And they sent it to they had sent it, they used their email address, but my phone number. So it wasn't coming to my email to collect. And by the time they figured it out and they sent me to the ticket gate, it was too late. I've I fly all the time, but it's always so easy for me. I always do the day before, but this was, like I said, this was all thrown together last minute, and when I got here an hour ahead of time, but by the time everything was figured out and they got me to the gate, like I said, I got up there and they were like, "Mr. Saul," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God." They said my name. They're like expecting me, and they're like, "Yeah, you're too late." So yeah, that really sucks. Hi, Rob. Can you knock something over? No. Here, I'll knock my hat over. My messy hair. I know. Look at this hair. I've been doing hat heads a lot, and but I used to have my hair all styled up. But I did bring on my trip my hair powder and hair gel and all that. The place I'm staying has a nice spa. It has a gym in it and a pool. So, and I was like, good, because I got really sick with the flu for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I stopped going to the gym. Once I got better, I switched to like overnights at work, and then I was training Nikki, the new dog, and I said, oh, well, there's a gym right where I'm staying, so I'll start back in the gym, and then when I get back, I'll be back in the routine, and I still have my gym membership, at Planet Fitness by my house. Um, Mike Donahue, $2. John, laughing at your monitor was uncalled for. Um, yeah, everybody laughed at it. It was funny. I laughed at it when they sent me a clip of it. I laughed at it. The panic in my face, holding on to the dog for dear life. It was funny, and I think with the old setup, I've been using that monitor forever. That TV has got to be 15 to 20 years old. I remember I was young. It was like that was a big TV. It was like a 32 inch, and it just still works. And when I got my MacBook, I the screen is smaller. I said when I did a show, I wanted something bigger, and I plugged this old TV in, and it worked. I'm like, oh, this works fine. But now with this setup, when I'm trying to figure it out, and I was doing it, you guys could see the TV, and everybody's like goofing on like how old and outdated the TV is. But yeah, I mean, I never claimed it was like some top of the line monitor. But I mean, gosh, and a Vizio. I mean, it's a Vizio, and this thing has been rocking and rolling for a good 20 years now. Uh, Clearwater Gacy, $1.99 says KB says he wants you on MLC. Rob, is a hot commodity. How about that? Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's a nostalgia. I disappeared, and then I came back for a test show, and the first thing I do, like a bumbling idiot, is knock over a TV with a dog in my lap, looking all frantic and stupid. So, I mean, you couldn't ask that for anything better, but it wasn't planned. It was really just me testing to make sure the sound, because I redid the wires and to see how it worked. And I realized the monitor, like on that side, didn't work. I'm always to the side where I have to put it. And as I was describing that, like the monitor shouldn't be here, I fucking knocked it off the side of the TV. But it's it is what it is. That's me. That's Rob Saul in a nutshell. Staggering Jason Maldonado says, concerned you might be too drunk to board plane at 8 p.m. No, I don't even feel buzzed. I've just been, I kind of been walking around. I've been talking to people on the phone, making a lot of work calls, checking in with family, and like every hour or so, I'll go grab a drink. Like I just got this Blue Moon, you know. So no, I'm not necessarily concerned about that. But thank you for your concern. I'm glad that you are looking out for my safety. Oh, $1.99 beef McLarge Big says, "Did you toss a Doberman salad or is that a beer?" Dog fucking girl. Oh boy. Make sure you tell Anthony Zenhauser and Mike Morse to laugh at it. That's funny. Um, Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the embarrassed stare at the camera after knocking the TV. I know. I was mortified. Like, I didn't know if it went out, what was going on. I realized after the clip went out, I just knocked out when the TV knocked out. It took out like wires with the sound, but I didn't even know if I was on. But I'm just like, you know, I was panicked. My first thought was to make sure the dog was okay, and then when I took the dog off my lap, and then I picked the TV up and was like trying to figure out what to do. But yeah, it was a yeah, it's a shit show, but I mean, I guess that's what I'm known for. I mean, if I came on and did something that wasn't a shit show, I mean, would it really be Rob Saul? And not like purposely too. Like if someone purposely doing shit show, like, whoa, look how bonkers I am, aren't I zany? I mean, it's not that. It's just natural fucking stupidity that comes and clumsy. I've been clumsy my whole life though, always tripping and falling. I'm a short guy. I'm 5'7", but I have size 13 shoes, so I'm short with these giant feet. So I've always been clumsy my whole life, tripping over my own feet, uh, stuff of that nature. I'm sorry, and I read these comments. I put them up, but I forget on the phone. I got to hit an extra button to put it on the screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, the embarrassed stare. Oh, no, I'm trying to get to your comments, but I got to get to our super chatters. Showing stage. Beef McLarge Big $1.99 says, "You're not a bad guy. I'm only joking, fella." Hey, I'm only joking back with you, fella. Listen, we're all having fun here. We're all having fun. Um, Rock Hudson's prolapsed anus. Oh, just got a little moist. Sorry. Carl says you're coming on WATP this month. Um, I have been in contact with Carl, but we haven't talked about me coming on WATP anytime. But Mayor Rizza, Robbie, good to see you. I'm used to the computer. I hit it and it's up. What I keep doing is I hit it, but then when you hit it on the phone, then you have to put on stage. There's two steps. Like on the computer, I just click it, so I'll like think I have it up, and I forget. So I got to remember on the phone. Once I click it, then I have to put on stage, and then to get it, I got to hit hide from stage, and then X out again. There's extra steps when you do this on the phone. Uh, Did you spread COVID to everyone on the plane? Well, I haven't been on the plane yet, and I don't have COVID. little seasonal allergies. I did have the flu type A right around Thanksgiving and had to take a few weeks off work. I was running like 104-degree fever. That was actually worse than COVID, the flu type A. $2. Thank you for the $2. Scott John Straight roommate. Stay away from Cape Coral. Johnny Bear is all mine. All right, I'll try to stay away. All right. Oh, good. Um, what's this say? Drinking a fruity number, but no Pabst Blue Ribbon. No wonder you're knocking over TV. I just had a Blue Moon there. I think I'm gonna even fruit it because I don't want to, get like a hard liquor and I've already been up for you know a long time, getting all this arranged, this trip. But I think I'm gonna go for a little champagne next. Maybe a little mimosa. I have a tab. I did open a tab here. All my friends and family are calling like, Rob, you've been up. You gotta go to sleep. I'm like, when I've been up this long, if I fall asleep, I'm gonna crash, and it's gonna be a hard, And these like these phone alarms, they're like Tinkerbells. They're like real low. I can't miss this. I can't miss this next like. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a lounge here, but like I said, this was booked through my employer. So, you Rob, Rob, you are the true king of the hackverse. Time to reclaim your throne. Yeah, I'm wearing my throne. All right, let me order another drink. Take another one, fella. Got a hoodie too. Uh, yes, King Saul. You better say it louder than Noga. Say it a little louder. No, it's not the Atlantic City Airport. Like, it rarely. Like, I mean, places here like Atlantic City Airport. I mean, it's like I think barely goes anywhere like anybody wants to go. I mean, I don't think I've ever flown out of the Atlantic City Airport. Anywhere I've ever had to go or want to go, they don't go. Atlantic City Airport doesn't go there. Yeah, that's right. Say it a little louder. Step on King Saul. Uh, I hear AC Airport is just a smuggler's hub. Uh, she get a text message from my future new co-host. All right. Yeah. Can I get a champagne? Do you want to do a 5 or 9 ounce? I'll do a 9 ounce. Whenever they ask, like with alcohol, like when I go out, like, yeah, they give you an ounce. I always pick the higher ounce. You know, you got to. Someone going on and on about karma. Because I'm not going karma. Because I'm not an effeminate man trying to be dominated by a lady dancing fruitily to my AI music and singing along. So yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, lolcows do get views like that. I mean, that's what Parmix is. He's a lolcow. So
Convection is filling in over here.
uh,
This is the only champagne they have. This is $35. Or I have Prosecco, which is 16 for a 5 ounce, and I think an additional. Or 26 for a 9 ounce.
um,
Prosecco.
oh yeah, the Mo. You know what? Yeah, I'll do the Moe. Yeah, that's good.
And it looks like your tab has closed out, so I'll just use your card again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like after an hour of inactivity.
Oh, okay. I was sipping on that beer for an hour.
Well, you weren't here sipping on it for a little while.
Oh yeah, I lost my robe. I was so I was so upset. I thought that robe was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you need a receipt sent to your phone or email?
No, I'm good. 3.5 more hours.
Slowly but surely, we are getting there.
Yes.
So same thing, total cost, tax gratuities on there.
Okay.
And you said you didn't need a receipt.
No, I'm good.
All right, there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You again.
Cheers.
Give it down here. Ah,
I'm gonna get this phone. It's all like crooked. Uh, Man, it'll just be a crooked stream. Sorry. God knows this stream won't be straight. Mint and Diggity, 99-cent super sticker. Whatever will I do with that money? Thank you, Mint Diggity. I appreciate it. Yeah. The only champagne they have is a $35 glass. They said they had Prosecco, but it would be like real small for 19, and it'd be like 26 for the bigger. And I said, yeah, I'm just gonna get the Moet, the good stuff. So if somebody sent me a 35-cent super chat to pay for my champagne, I'm just kidding, unless you really want to do it. Okay. Yes, yes. You know, sometimes, Johnny Payton, we do have to enjoy the finer things in life. Sometimes I just, sometimes, like, you know, I'll think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I deserve to spoil myself. And I don't hate anybody, just so you know. I am indifferent towards certain people, but you know, I don't have it. Oh, look at this! Um, Willie, a hopscotch, 1030. What a $5 super chat. Wait, what do I do with that? Is that an elephant noise or a fake trumpet? Or do I do? Oh, the elephant noise is when you disagree with something, right? I really do got to call John back. I've really just been had a lot going on, and that day with the I'm assuming that's why John tried calling me that day is because I went on and did that stream, but and I've been getting so many emails about it, and it really was like me just testing equipment. I was like shocked that not that like 100 people. It's like earth shattering, but yeah, usually when I would do test shows, you'd have like 5 people and being like, "Yeah, that sounds good. That yeah, you have a little bit of an echo," but I was surprised that I was like having people in there like so active and super chatty. But yes, thank you, Willie Hopscotch 1031. I show it on stage? I keep forgetting because with the phone, the computer you just click it and it does. With the phone you got to click it and then you got to hit something underneath of it to show it on stage. So I'm sorry, especially to the super chatters like Willie Hopscotch if I'm like not putting it up on the stage because I'm used to doing it from my computer. Now I did pack my laptop with me, but I only could take one carry on, and I packed the clothes. I so many clothes. I had to like sit on it to zip it. So I was like, when I went to go live, I said, oh, let me just get my MacBook, my Apple MacBook. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna unzip that, and all these clothes are gonna fly, and it's gonna take me like a half hour, 45 minutes to squeeze everything back in there again. Like not till I get to my hotel am I going to. Open that to where I can unpack it. And then when it's time to come back home, then I will go through that daunting task of trying to shove everything in my luggage again. I'm coming, and Shuli's face says, do you have any messages to John? No, John and I have each other's information. I don't have any message. If I do, I will talk to John. John did tell me to call him when he get a chance, but I like I said, I've been up for almost 2 days straight with this trip. They wanted me to fly yesterday, but I had to get everything arranged for the dog. And I've been talking with work people, family, friends, and then I was here, sitting here, and I said, "Let me go live to try to keep myself occupied, since I won't be will be delaying the podcast because I probably won't be back in Jersey in my studio until later than expected." And then you guys are talking about John. I'm like, oh yeah, John. I could have called John back, but I will. I'll get back to John. Remember it. Staggering Jason Maldonado, $2 says, enjoy watching that old geezer eating by. I don't want to turn around, but I hate you guys. I knew I shouldn't have turned around. Thank you, Staggering John. All right, what else do we have here? Um, finish that and get yourself a Pap recommend. I don't even know if they have it at airport bars, but if they do, when I finish that, I will. They had an automatic gratuity. I just got an alert on my phone as I was talking to you guys. $45 and something for this glass of shampoo. I do that too. I'm like, how am I going to occupy myself at the airport? And I'm like, well, there's food and drinks everywhere. It's just like, 20 times the price of everywhere else. A staggering Jason Maldonado says, this guy behind you, surely said he looks like an anti-Semite. Wow. Maybe it's you that are an anti-Semite. You seem to be talking an awful lot about it. Maybe you. I don't know if I showed you a comment or not. Yeah, I hate doing it from the phone. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, unfortunately, it comes around. I'll ask them. Usually at a bar, Pabst Blue Ribbon's like $3. If they do have it at an airport bar, it's probably going to be like 15. Do you happen to have Pabst Blue Ribbon here? No.
No, I
Yeah,
know
I
we
told
don't
you.
have this term. I don't know about
Oh,
the
okay.
other
All
terminal.
right, sorry guys, told you. No PBR at the airport bar. Terrible. Troy, hey, isn't that Nasty Neil's brother? Rob, how the hell are you? I'm fucking fine. How the hell are you, terrible Troy? Uh, anyway. Noga's $2. That Newport is eyeing you up. Flash your piece at him. No, like I said, I got to get on this plane. Listen, gosh, I'm 3 hours. Yeah, because it leaves at 8:06. So I got to be on there at least a half hour early because my flight before left at 11:22. I got up there at 11:15. They won't let me in. I think you got to be there at least 20 minutes early. So I'm going to be 40 minutes early up at that. And this bar is by my where my gate is. So I can't miss this flight. I mean, I've been at this airport for 7 or 6 hours already, and I still have 3 more hours until I can start boarding. Ah, oh God, old man eating behind Rob. You need to go on John's show at least one more time. Oh God. I like it. Is that really a picture of the guy? I gotta look. I gotta turn around and look again. I think it really is that guy. But I can't tell. I just don't want to look too long. Um, uh, have you knocked anything over? Or are you drunk? I'm not. I'm actually not drunk. I'm taking it easy because I haven't slept and I'm trying to at least make it to the plane ride. I can't miss this plane ride. I already missed the 11:22 plane. And the next one's not till 8:06. I think he's watching your show. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he'll super chat. Maybe that's what he named himself. Old man eating behind you. I fucking hate you guys. You're all such scumbags, but that's why I love you too. Maybe he's a Carmix fan. Yeah, I did see him doing a little AI dance into some AI 80s like shitty music. Yeah. Yeah. Next super chat gets to pick my next drink because I don't know what I'm gonna get. Don't pick something too. I already spent $40 on this glass of champagne, so you know. Whew. KG says it looks like we cracked the screen when you drop that TV. Is that a burn or a zinger? I don't know. Maybe I'm too tired to get it. I don't know. It's the black guys. He's black. Yeah. I'm not trying to get beat up at the airport, folks. Zenhauser wants to fight you, dude. Will that help his daughter love him more, or not be such a loser that begs to be on different shows? Oh my God, he used to suck me and Bob Levy's dick to try to get on shows. Then he found Shuley and he's laughing. Connery John's so funny. Let's laugh. Yeah. I'm not scared of a big fat obese Z-list comic. Guys, no calling into the show. I'm doing it from the phone. You're just going to interrupt the show. I mean, unless that's the joke. I don't know. Mac Topper, thank you for the $2 super sticker. You're a doll. Start. Just love the name. Old man eating behind Rob. In my day, Newports weren't allowed at airports. You're not. You always got to make me turn around. He's got like a little mustache. He eats it. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna go out. I just gotta go to my Google Voice because I gotta ignore the calls because that'll interrupt the stream. I don't know if that's how do I do that? Okay. There we go. Okay. Say okay. Jimmy, 319, $2 says, can I guess where you're flying to, Rob? Yes, go ahead and guess. Go ahead and guess. No, John. Yeah, no. Just when I get back to the studio, I'll start taking calls again. But like when I'm doing it from the phone, even just calling in will like interrupt the stream because it's all on my phone. Um, Atlanta. No, you are wrong. You not this Atlanta. Hold on, old man. The old man eating behind me is a super chat again. If you were a real man, you'd turn around and wink at me. Now, Johnny Payton, number 8. How did you guess? Yes, I am going to Fort Lauderdale. That's where I'm flying to. Wow, you're scaring me. Are you like near me, Johnny Payton, number 8? That's where I'm going, Fort Lauderdale. Um, it's Fort Lauderdale. You give out to it. How did you guys figure it out, though? Um, how did I give out? Did I like slip and say it? I don't know because I don't know how you guys would have got that. How did you guys really? How did you guys really know that I'm going to Fort Lauderdale? Or is it like or is it like screens behind me that say I don't know? Well, yeah, there's like places going everywhere, and there is no screens behind me. Wait, how do you guys know? Please tell me, because that's it's creeping me out. Uh, oh, just a 3-hour flight. Not too many of those. Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's where I'm flying to. I'm getting picked up. That's there. That's not actually where I'm going to be working and staying, but yeah, that's where the flight's going to, and I'm getting picked up in Fort Lauderdale. You said the place you're going to has a spa and it's 3 hours from Philly. I never said I was at the Philly airport. I just said it wasn't in Atlantic City. Flight time. Oh, you just looked at the flight times. Oh, I guess you assumed because I was in Atlantic City, the only closest airport to me would be Philly. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's where I'm going, Fort Lauderdale. You figured it all out. You guys, you're sleuths here on the internet. I love it. That's the thing. I won't tell you, but if you guess it all, I cannot tell a lie. Yeah, that's where I'm going, Fort Lauderdale. That's where I'm flying to. Oh, and I guess and I told you the times, 11:22, and the next one wasn't until 8:06. I guess you could look that up, and you could see those were the only two flights to Fort Lauderdale was 11:22 a.m. and 8:06 p.m. All right, now I get it. Sorry, I'm a little slow. I'm not like it. That's why, like you people on the internet are so good. I used to think I was smart and tech savvy, but then when I read it, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't even think of stuff like that. I'm like always amazed. I'm like, wow. I'm thinking like Johnny Payton is like David Blaine or that O's guy on the Howard Stern. I'm like, he just looked at me and read my mind and knew I was going to Fort Lauderdale. But yeah, I just I just run my mouth, and there's ways to look up stuff on the internet. I love it. I love it though. Yes, thank you, Jimmy. Or Jimmy guessed it. Not guessed it. Yes, Johnny Payton, number 80s. He's David Lane. Hey, no, it's not anything with a hard rock. Oh, rubbish will be waiting with my mojito. in hand when I leave. Okay. I'll be waiting. Make sure the mint is it's very fresh and we slap it to get the flavor in there. That's it's the perfect way to make a mojito. Rubbish bin 66. All right, let's see Super Jacks. Old man eating behind Rob really wants me to do John's show. Sir, I'll do John's show. Next here. I'm really trying not to do anything Dabbleverse related. I mean, it's it's just I the stuff said about me on there is just like awful. Like I really realized it one day. It's like, when I I Googled myself and then searched my name on Reddit, and it was just like reading them. It's awful stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like what if my daughter or her friends like look up my name? I'm like, I can't be a part of the dabble, or this is the stuff. I mean, and they make stuff up. And my daughter knew about the dog stuff, and she said, she's like, Dad, why did you tell that story about Jake having to go to the vet? You shouldn't even have told that. You knew people on the internet would run around and make up crazy stuff about it. Oh my god. I have a 17-year-old explaining logic to me like that. But, I guess the kids are more savvy on the internet than me. I remember doing podcasting in like 2009, 2010, and I podcasted this guy. I still don't even know his name, but he used to go by Michael Knight. He was a co-host with me, and he's like, you can't use your real name in the biz. We all goofed on him, and, yeah. Gosh, but I never thought more than three people would be listening to me. I never thought that people would be looking up my debt, my housing bills, and sending mailing stuff to my house. That never crossed my mind back in 2008 when I started podcasting. Jimmy I319 says, show us your bookie number like Chad did once. And I think it was Ski Mask who coaxed or messed up his flight. All right. Right. I don't know who you are, Blister Fiend. He says, Rob, you're my favorite Twitter follower nowadays. Keep up the funny stuff. I don't really post too much on Twitter, I didn't think. And I tried to, and it was like, I don't know why it gets under my skin, but and it's like I know I can't like relate to Chad, but like I feel like when Chad like just has this arrogance, I'm like he just doesn't realize what just like a pathetic, lonely loser he is. He's got this idea in his head he's a celebrity. He's got no family, no friends. He just kind of leeches off comics that he can open for. Nobody likes him. He just makes up lies, makes up girlfriends, and it's like, and he's like, Rob Saul's the biggest loser on the internet. Rob Saul's employed full time. Rob Saul has a family that loves him, that doesn't beat him up over cups of coffee. Rob Saul has a daughter that loves him. Like Chad is just, I mean, he'll never get it. I mean, and at his age, I mean, the guy is pushing senior citizen age, and he's just still acts like thinks he's like a hip teenager, and one of those ones that just lie. Remember the kid in high school that would just make up lies for no reason? And it's just you watch him, you're like, I'm like, I'm disgusted by it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but had the chick literally blew. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that when Chad was fighting with me and he blocked me on Twitter. And then he started emailing me. He's like, dude, you're such a loser. You barking. I literally had a chick blow me last night. Wow, Chad, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. And it's like, you can't believe anything Chad says. I mean, I guess it's possible that a chick could have blown Chad, but he just lies about everything. I mean, even like stuff like this. There's no reason. Like, I've always met people, everybody lies here and there. Like when they get, caught in a situation, they'll tell a little white lie or they'll, do something. But like, Chad's one of those people that just lies just to lie, like tell a storyline. And I've met people like that in my life, and those people are just always like weird to me. Like it's like it's a mental illness. Like you're lying when there's not even a reason to lie. Uh, Old man eating behind Rob. But did you miss? Do you miss penis wrinkle? Oh my gosh, I forgot to even think about that coming back. That guy I just couldn't deal with because that guy was literally obsessed with me. Um, I actually have become close with Vagina Wrinkle. Like we know each other's real information. We've actually become friends, and I remember at one point before we became actual friends, her saying, unblock penis wrinkle. And I went to unblock him, and I went on his Twitter page, and it was like, oh my God, his whole feed is about like 10 posts about me every day. And I'm like, this is freaky and weird. Like, yeah, it's a little disturbing. Oh God, what's this? Chad said he called all 50 of his show business friends to warn them Sir John was going to contact them about him. I wish I could have seen those calls. Oh my God. Think about it. And like, you know, and the funny thing is like, I, uh, I met Bob Levy, and me and Bob Levy were good friends, but we met through Florentine. Florentine did my podcast, in like 2009. And then he invited me to a show and he introduced me to Bob. And like, Florentine just seems like the coolest guy. But I just don't get why he's friends with Chad. If he like feels sorry for him, or he's got to look at like Jim's an older guy too in his 50s, and you're hanging out with this guy wearing his like fucking sneakers and shirts and shit. Like, I'm making some noise in the biz, causing some controversy. All right, what are we at? 5 o'clock. I know, no whiskey. I was getting ready to go there, Johnny Pate #8. I was gonna say maybe I'll do one more drink with you, but I gotta stay awake to make this flight. Literally, with this trip uh, coming so fast, and happened to get everything. I literally had no sleep, so I was gonna say you guys can pick a beer, but I could do another beer. That's about it. How about a Red Bull and vodka? Oh, and that's another thing. A Red Bull and vodka here is probably going to be $50. Yeah, I paid $45 for this glass of shit. You're going to pass out on the plane and get robbed? No, I don't think. No, nobody's going to rob you on the plane. Yeah, I'll be fine once I get on the plane. I'm not worried about getting robbed on the plane. I just want to make sure I get on the plane that I was supposed to be on at 11:22 this morning. I should have already been in my hotel in my bed by now. I should have been in bed in my hotel. By now. Now I'm getting picked up at 11:15 p.m. in Fort Lauderdale. Old man eating behind Rob. He's got all the knowledge here. He's not eating anymore. He just seems to be on his iPad. Thursday Josh will pick you up in Fort Lauderdale. No, it's work related, so it'll be a company person picking me up. So, yes, he's on his tablet. Johnny Payton, I believe. Yeah. I know, and showed it on stage really. Yeah, Thursday Josh will pick you up. But yeah, sorry, old man eating behind me. No, I do not work for the CIA. I do not work for the CIA. I'm in the hospitality business and in the shitty podcasting business. The guy that said, "Hey, I'm coming back, but not in the Dabbleverse." And I've done 2 shows, and it's all Dabbleverse. Is the TV okay? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how soon you came in, Doomspayer, but that TV, I've been using it since I started the show in the Mac, and that used to be like when I'm 43. That was like my TV, first flat screen TV in my early 20s. It was like a 32 inch, and obviously now I have like a 75 inch, and I have like modern TVs. But this TV is still working, and I plugged it into my MacBook when I first started podcasting and doing video, and it's always worked. And it's like, yeah, it's good extra monitor. I mean, this cheap Vizio 32 inch has been indestructible, and it's still working now, even after I knocked it over live on the air. Even the cheap TVs are better. I remember my first really nice TV. I got a Samsung Curve. It was like a flat screen and it curved out. It had a 1-year warranty. After 1 year and like a month, it just completely like blacked out, won't work anymore. That was a Samsung Curve. And the thing was like $2,000-$3,000. Then I buy like one of those like generic brands of TVs, like 75 inches, like there's Roku TVs. I mean, there's never die. And this fucking Vizio, this 32 inch, that's why I use it as a monitor, because nobody watches a TV on a 32 inch. I remember when I was a kid, that was huge, a 32 inch. But now we have to have a big giant plasmas in our house. But yeah, so I started using it as a computer monitor, and the thing's still fucking going. I've been a single teenager, married, divorced, kid, gone through dogs, and that Vizio that you see has made it through all that. That's outlasted marriages, my dogs. I mean, that Vizio, I just can't get rid of it. It works, and I'm like, I just plug it into the MacBook, and I have an extra bigger screen to see. I don't know if this is my answer that I'm telling yesterday. Beer, you can eat some crack. Hey, right. Still do not crack it. Don't have crab cake. Can we get a Shuli left? Real quick, it's getting crowded in here. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. Here. I'll do a quick one for you. A quickie. Trying to get on this plane here. Look behind you. The old man's getting. Old man is leaving. Quick, get him. All right. Bye, sir. He's been the superstar. He's been the second mic here on the Rob Saul show. The old man eating behind Rob. I love it. Mac Topper, I'll let you read that. I'm not going to read that aloud in a public place. All right, what do they have on tap here? They have Yingling, Miller Lite, Blue Moon, Stella, Voodoo Ranger. I can't tell. What am I getting? I'm just going to do one more beer. I'm going to end the stream and relax and make sure I'm good and ready for my my 8 o'clock flight, which will start loading at like 7:30. I'm just like terrified. I'm going to miss this flight. The old man eating behind me could be a flight attendant. That could be true. He did put icon. He could be the pilot. He looked like he had like a little like pilot's jacket on when he got up. What if it's my pilot? And then I walk on. He's like, "I saw you on your phone, mocking me. Get off my flight." And then it's like the next flight till Fort Lauderdale is until like tomorrow morning. Ah, that would be awful, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Guys, you can't listen. This is stuff I would order normally, but like at this bar, like literally, like for a glass of champagne, it was because the tip is added on automatically. It was like 35, so it was like $45 for a glass of champagne. So like Red Bull and vodkas and shots with this and that. And listen, I just came back, and I appreciate you guys. We're doing test shows. We're coming back and launching the show, and later in February now because I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale. Well, not Fort Lauderdale, but where I'm going after that for close to a month, and then we're launching the show. So I appreciate you guys coming in and putting in super chats, but I'm not making enough to make airport like heavy drinking because I mean, shit. Like I said, I want a glass of champagne. $45. 45 fucking dollars. Drop your TV again. That's funny. I didn't bring it to the airport with me. I didn't pack it. I should bring it everywhere with me. My Vizio TV. I mean that TV has lasted the test of time. I just use it as that's what I did. I didn't know what to do with it. Nobody used it as TV, and I was like, let me plug it. When I got the MacBook, it was a show. I said, the screen's so small. I said, since I'm doing a show and I need extra room, let me see. And I plugged it into the MacBook, and it worked fine. And it's been working. I mean, this used to be the TV we used to have in the living room and watch, before big screen TVs were affordable. That was probably expensive, that little 32-inch flat screen Vizio back in the day when we bought it. So I'll tell you, it lasted the test of time. Still there, and it lasted. You watch me knock it over. It's still working. Well, since this is, I don't know who said it, but it sounds like a good deal to me. Since we're, oh, here, I think it is. I found the comment. Yingling on tap, definitely in Philly. Since we're in Philadelphia, and that's where Yingling is made, that's what we'll do. That's going to be my last drink here before I get on the plane and take a nap, and KG, you win the drink pool. Not to mention that yeah, enjoy it, Rob. You only live once. Yes, you do. I do like to spoil myself, but the 45 glass dollar of champagne. That's when I'm like, oh, I'll go back to beer after that. I just spoiled myself here. I probably, and you guys have been sending some nice super chats, but I don't even think I've made enough super chats to pay for this glass of champagne. But so. Aisle seat, window. You know what? I don't even know. I was like fiddling around with a ticket to get on my original flight. Then when they rebooked me, I didn't even look. I was just, let me see. I get my man purse. Noga loves my man purse. My little pocketbook. So, I don't know where they put me when they redid it. It doesn't really say like window aisle. It's just kind of like highlighted thing, and they told me to bring it up to the window when they rebooked it when I missed my other flight. Yeah, Noga. I say I knew Noga would know. Noga loved the purse. Noga remembers before I got the purse. Remember when I ordered it and was showing everybody the picture of it online? Then when I got it, I was sashaying around with it. I don't know. Clearwater Gacy is asking. Chat's really done on that. I'll say I don't keep up with the Dabbleverse. I don't. I see things here and there, but it's what it is. Yeah. Just need a matching blouse. Well, it's kind of matching, It's really doesn't clash with my blouse. I brought my robe, like you said, this wasn't supposed to be ready till Friday, and I called the dry cleaner to ask them to rush it because I wear this robe everywhere, but it was like a $300 robe I've had forever, but I only get a dry clean. So the last restaurant I ate like 4 hours ago, I left it there. And, I told the guy here, I'm like, hold my room beer. I gotta find my robe. And I was so happy I found it because my luggage is packed to next. I can't even fit it, so I could carry the robe on with me. Maybe I'll wear the robe on the plane over there. But when I'm there, I gotta. I love my robe. Yeah, wear the robe at the airport. There's a couple shows that I did where I did a robe. Oh yeah, because Deb wanted to do a show called Robecast. She's like, "How about me and you do a show on your channel called Robecast?" Deb said, and I have all these different robes, and we could do a show in our robes. And I scheduled like 5 of them, and Deb canceled like every one. So there's like an idea in Deb's head that but then when it came time to do it, she's like, nah, never mind. Clearwater Gate says, "Do you have any idea how dejected Chud would be if KB brought back semi-regularly?"
Yeah.
Somebody did send me a clip of Kevin Brennan watching me doing my test show, but and he seemed to be enjoying it. I mean, I was just the person is a person that likes me, so maybe they only sent me the clips of the nice things Kevin said. Maybe he said a bunch of awful things too that this person left out. But I was like, I saw Kevin watching and saying like, I agree with Rob. KB said you were a good co-host. To who? Him? He said he agreed with all your takes. Yeah, that's the clips I saw. But the person that sent it to me is always like kind of in favor of me and likes my show and likes me. So he always likes to send like positive stuff about me. So I saw and I was like, it was like small clips and it was like Kevin saying favorable things. And I'm like, he might have left out all the awful things Kevin said too. So I wasn't sure. Yeah, you know what? Dr. Mega G, I did watch that, and I was like pretty much out of the Dabbleverse, but I came across a clip, and it was like Shmuel Buckman with the final boss and a nasty Neil. And I think I even replied, I'm like, what is this, like the Timu Rob Saul show? Like the fake Rob Saul show? It was like, creepy pedophile Shmuel Buckman with some of the old people on my show that used to hang out. It's funny, like, a lot of these guys, like Final Boss, Clearwater Chad, even Cormix, nobody would even touch them. And I would bring them on my show and bring out that's something. And I'm not claiming I'm like some brilliant genius of broadcasting, but I know how to make people interesting. I can pull out interesting things in people. I learned that from just from the time I was 6 years old, watching Howard Stern, like how to even if a person isn't that entertaining, like trying to find some sort of angle to make that person interesting. And like, these people like Clearwater Chad and Carmix that shit on me, like nobody would touch them. And then I would have them on my show and make people interested in them. And then, then Kevin and other shows would have them on. But sorry, I'm like frozen up here. I can't sing. Giggity says, Final Bottom is taking over the Dabbleverse. Rob, you created a monster of that. I somehow think he's not taking over the Dabble. I mean, like, I'm never. I mean, like, it's like the Dabbleverse. Like, you can quit all you want, but you people, you just drag everybody back in. I hate using it from this phone because I can't. Shmuel was trying to be Rob Saul. Yeah, he's like an older, creepier Rob Saul. With his whore wife, Cookie.
Wheels broadcasting with his creepy eyes while Cookie's out fucking on the neighborhood deli beans. How about a how about a free slice of ham, Bill? Give you a little cookie for it. My Schmuel's like, yeah, I'm a superstar online. Yeah. That became a big thing. I remember, I mean, back when I was doing Levy Land, I remember there's that guy that Clips. He was like a big fan of Levy Land, and he always liked me. And he kind of turned on me with his, and he became like a big clipper. What was his name? I can't remember. I can't remember the guy's name. Yes, thank you, old man eating behind Rob. My lost interest. Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah, and he was always like a big fan of Levy Land when we did that. I was willing to do it. I mean, do a Levy Land reunion show, but and even with Chris Abels, who I'm not much of a fan of. And but yeah, I mean, he really hates me because I called him out for buying views. And the thing was, I wasn't even trying to do that, and I wasn't going to do it, but um, I just knew he was, and I had evidence of it. But what he did is he went on. We were all doing shows on the Shuley Network at Levy Land, and Chris Abels did my show, the Rob Saul Show, with Anthony Zenhauser. And that show, like people actually watched. Nobody was watching the Chris Abels show, but he started buying a bunch of views. There's no chatters, but there'd be like, it would say, like he had like 2, 3, 4,000 people live in there. And I remember Shuley bringing me on, and Chris like, yeah, Rob Salt, yeah, cool view. And Shuley be like, how's it feel? We can't bring your show on. Chris Abels is the superstar of Levy Land, and then like nobody tuned into Levy Land because I mean the whole show was about me. That's all they did. Every Levy Land show was written about my life and rotated around what was going on in my like fucked up world and life, and it was about me. But Chris Abels just started buying views, and even Kevin Brennan didn't realize it at first, and he was like, "Yeah, this show seems to suck, but people really like it because you look at all the views." And then, then it made sense when we saw Chris Abels' payments to Steven Springer. Let's see. Old man eating behind Rob. You see Final Boss weep on air when Ashley scolded him? No, did he cry? Oh, that's sad. I don't know. I can't say I would never cry on the. If I ever was emotional enough to cry on the Dabbleverse, it would be talking about something in my personal life with like my family or my daughter. But like, I would never cry over like a Dabbleverse character that didn't like me. That's pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Karmic's prize for sure. Yeah, and I see that. Like I don't watch Karmic's, but the clips come up, and then lots of people send me, and it's like him crying, and it's just like this one. Can I get a Yingling draft?
16 or 23.
23. Karmic's is, I mean, he's a very mentally disturbed guy. And he's always talking about everybody about like, you know, what pathetic men and I like their pathetic wives and they leave and they're no good men. And it's like, this is a guy that like, I mean, just what was he from Minnesota and he just lives on a family farm and just never seen like everything's you know, and he's trying to find love in the Dabbleverse. Like, believe me, I love being single, but I love also getting sex from the ladies. But uh, I would never look for love in that. I look for it in the real world around me, people I know. In fact, if you're a lady in the Dabbleverse, no offense to you ladies, but I'm not interested because I feel like everything is going to be content. It's not me. Like if I want to be in a real relationship, it's going to be a real relationship. You know, it's not going to be Dabbleverse content. Yeah, Clearwater Gacy. I noticed stuff like that too. He believes every super chat. You could say Rob violated his mom, and he spent 40 minutes talking about the horrendous act. Yeah, that's what I noticed because everybody kept talking about the beef between Rob and Carmix when I was on there, and it was like, and I was like, I didn't even know there was a beef between me and Carmix. So I look it up, and you know how Dabbleverse people are. They just be like, Rob said you're a pussy, and he's like, yeah, well, right, and then he'd go on like a 40-minute rant, like Rob Shaw's a pussy. He isn't a real man, and he's a, and then. Then he like got mistaken and thought I was a Democrat and started like screaming about what a liberal I was. Because I told him, even though I was wearing MAGA hats on every show. It's just like, yeah, Carmick just believes every super shot. That's what those are the guys you call him Mark. You could just tell him anything just to get him going. I mean, he's he's mentally slow. I mean, you could see it. And I mean, I don't know if he's like retarded, or it's just like he's like a country bumpkin and just hasn't been around real people his whole life. Like he's lived on a farmland, like not around a lot of people, so he doesn't understand things. So, but either way, he's not bright, and he's not all that bright. And he's a little slow. Which lady, KJ? One of my this ear pod, it's one of my left ear. Keep popping, pop, driving me nuts. Luck of the blind. So yeah, Retarmic's actually a caretaker. So yeah, I also she decides gotta. I'm gonna quit. I should be a better man. Chillin says the Duke is very angry at Carmick and Carmick being stupid. He's in his 40s and scared to work a day job. Yeah, that's another thing too. And I even saw John recently saying, "I love Carmick piece of the bacon," and it's just like that's the thing with John, like and why I have no problem saying that I have communication with Carl now, like because John would. Um, Have me walking on eggshells. I would get calls if I talked to anybody or had anybody on the show that he thought disrespected him, and then he would bring on people that would just like fuck him. I mean, that was the last show. The last show I went on, he had Keanu and that Avon, and they just attacked me. And not only and before he let me attack me, he asked their permission if it was okay for me to come on. And and it's like I'm not doing that shit anymore. And and nothing against John. I'll always be friends with John, and if he wants to be friends, but like I'm not doing it. I'm going to talk to who I want to talk to. If you're going to talk to who you want, I'm not going to sit there and judge like hold on, can I talk to you? Are you friendly with John? And John just brings on everybody that'll talk about, talk all kinds of shit about me. But you know, and it's not even a thing because, like, I'm not in the position to tell John who he can have on his show, and I think you can screen that one. Nobody tells me I can on my show, and I'm like, okay, then what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like, I can talk to anybody who I want. Like, if a person I don't have beef with uh, wants to come on or they want to have me on, I'll talk to them. 'Cause I don't have a problem with them. You do. Just like with Kiana, you didn't have a problem with her, I do, and she had a problem with me. I mean, the last time I was on John's show, um, it was funny because I went in and they like ganged up on me and attacked me, and I came back at them, and it was actually a lot of positive feedback for me. And I'm not even gonna lie, Anthony Kumi is a funny fucking guy. Like he makes me laugh, and I remember when that clip came out, my last time on John's show, when I was calling Ava a big ugly man. I remember Carl and Shirley being like, Rob just goes low. He doesn't have to do all that, and all that. And then I watched a show with Shirley and Carl and Anthony Cumia, and they mentioned Ava, and then Anthony started talking about what a big ugly man Ava was, and they're cackling and going along with it. And it's like, I get it. Anthony Cumia is funnier than me, but come on, like you can't just say like Rob Saul went low by saying that, but then when Anthony Cumia says it, and I get it, Anthony Cumia is more charming and funny than me, but it still is a little double-sided, where you could laugh when Anthony Cumia says, but with me, it's like, oh, that's transgender. No, not transgender. What were they called? Transphobe. That's what Kiki was screaming at me the whole show. Transphobe! Transphobe! Transphobe. Yes, that is in the past, chill, and I've worked things out with Carl. I actually, Carl actually reached out to me laughing about the show with the TV knocked off and recently. So yeah, but that's the thing with it. But still with Shuley, I was watching. They had Jim Grindle on, and I haven't known her talk about Shuley. And they were, all into their dog fucking routine and about that with Anthony Cumia yucking around. I'm like, I haven't even talked or messed with these guys. They're like, Carl, doesn't trash me on his show. Would you ever reconcile with Nasty Neil? Listen, I have no hatred for anybody, but what's in the past is in the past. Leo Gunn, Happy New Year, Rob. Good to see you back. Thank you, Leo Gunn. I appreciate that, sir. Yeah. Clearwater Gage says Carl was the worst of it. Yeah, Carl came at me, but I was going hard at Carl and his wife too. But once I stopped, Carl stopped. But once I stopped with everybody, but Shuley was still coming in. Like, I haven't even been doing a Dabbleverse show, and they were showing a clip of John saying like, "Yeah, Rob's in the Dabbleverse. It's good for him," and then Anthony Zenhauser did that dumb hillbilly voice that he does for me that they used to do for Benji Bronk. And you're like, yeah, now I can fuck dogs and teeth without people talking about it. It's like, you fat fuck. Why don't you try to take care of your kid instead of sitting with fucking two hacky losers all day watching Stuttering John. I mean, this Anthony Zenhauser was so pathetic. He used to call me all the time, like begging to be on Levy Land and begging to be on every show. And then he got on hitched his. I guess he thinks this is his big break into superstardom, is being on the Shuley network. I mean, no. So Clearwater Gacy, Carl's not the worst of them. Shuley and Anthony Zenhauser are the worst of them. Yeah, I'll have Clay Dabbler on any time. I love Clay Dabbler. Clay Dabbler always has my back, and I always have his back, man. Because Clay Dabbler's a real dude. That's my pal. I like Clay Dabbler. I always got Clay Dabbler's back. But he even has my back. Like even with the last fight John and I won, and he went on and defended me. You know, Clay's a good dude. I like him. He's a good dude. Clay Dabbler. He's got an open invitation on Saul Show anytime he wants. Yeah. Oh, given the old Shuley thing. Yeah. Oh, you seem to talk a lot about fucking dogs, Zenhauser. Better fucking day. The old Shuley switcheroo.
Do you want more, sir?
I'm okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Clay is a loyal dude, man. He is, and but he was loyal to me, and Clay hated me at first. He thought I was turning on him, but I didn't, stick. I never turned on John, and even when I had my beef with John the last time, I didn't go like running to the Shuley Network or WA2P to go do an exclusive trash him or whatever. I expressed my feelings on Twitter, but and Clay even like and Clay you always has John's back too, but Clay knows what's right is right, and Clay took said that I was right to be upset, and Clay is a good dude. I love Clay Dabbler. He's a good dude. It says, take care of kid. No, make fun of stuttering John with two. Yeah, that's the life of Anthony Zenhauser. I know it's funny. It's because like me and my daughter are like so close, and we spend so much time together. And I was watching the show where he's talking about Rob Saul's just miserable because his kid hates him, and he's got no loved ones. And it's like I'm surrounded by family and loved ones. My daughter and I do so many things together. His daughter fucking hates him because he's a fucking loser. That again, like one of these people like Chad that can't like accept the fact that they're not going to make it in the show business. That they should get a real job. We're like, no, I'm going to hitch my wagon to Shuley and I'm going to make it to the big time. They can't just admit. Like I did, you know. I tried for a while when I was married. I was working for CBS Radio. I was doing interviews that were being featured in New York Post page 6, and it didn't end up generating money. And I said, as a man and a father, I have to get a job, a career, and I'll do it on the side and make some money on the side, but these guys can't do that. They laugh at you. They sit there in poverty with their family that hates them, and they're like, well, this guy bartends. It's like, yeah. You sit there and can't support your family because you want to pretend you're a superstar. I know. Listen, the thing is, it's like people talk, about me, and they go, you know, always these jokes about the Rob Soul shows. I never go on, and I never come on and pretend like I'm this big superstar, and then I have this huge audience. I just come on and I'm real, and I talk to people, and that's the difference. I don't care as long as my daughter's happy, my family's happy, my loved ones are happy. I have a roof over my head, my bills are being paid. I'm a happy dude. I don't have to be pretend famous. These guys really have to, and they're not famous. They're really not. I mean, Zenhauser is like, he's a nothing. Old man eating behind Rob. Why Zen's daughter not speak to him? You touch her? Well, I don't know. He's a part of the pedo network, but I can't make any accusations. But he does look like a big fat creep. And I guarantee you that big fat fuck would never say any of that shit to my face. I'm not scared of big fat motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, they be like a ginger beer, no more ginger.
Right. Stay up, Rob. I am up. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch my flight soon. I've been up for almost 48 hours now. This last minute work project I have to go to in Florida. Look, a Yingling draft, fresh from Philadelphia. We love it. We love it, folks.
Especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a TSN specialty. Make up the story so their simpleton fans will repeat it. I mean, it's just become like such a thing, and it was like I remember I was on Levy Land was on TSN, and in fact, Anthony Zenhauser and Pat Dixon were doing a show called Dog Fuckers, where they would go about stories about people fucking these dogs, and they were promoting it on my show, and that's how that came up. I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "You know," I said, I don't have any dog fucking stories, but I said, I'll tell you what, I had to rush my dog to the emergency room because he was humping something, his thing got stuck out, and I want to go back in, and I had to rush him to the emergency room. And I said, and the vet used some lubricant to get it back in, and then she said, if it happens again, she gave me this lubricant and said, yeah, you have to use it on him. And I made a joke. It said, sounds like she's telling me to jerk off my dog. And, they laughed about it on the Shuley Network. But then when we fell off, it was like, then it became Rob Saul jerks off his dog. And then it just became Rob Saul fucks his dog. It's so silly. Seriously, why doesn't Zen's daughter talk to him? Because her dad is Anthony Zenhauser. Could you imagine? I mean, what's your dad do for a living? He drives Grubhub and then makes a little few bucks sitting with some Z-list Howard Stern employees laughing at Stuttering John. It's got to be embarrassing. About to say, like, some of the stuff I've done on air, isn't embarrassing to my daughter, and that's why I stopped doing it. Because I realize, I have to make a real job a priority and make sure my daughter lives a great life and is happy. We love it, and I spent a good chunk of change because I'm a huge Stevie Nicks fan, and my daughter's middle name is Rhiannon after Stevie Nicks, so she became a huge fan of Stevie Nicks, and she's never been to a concert at all, and I took her to her first concert. She really wanted to see Stevie Nicks, and I shelled out big bucks and got us front row seats. Like we were like Stevie Nicks were like right in our face. We were like watching Stevie Nicks, and I mean I got to tell you, it's just a beautiful thing. Like and I've seen Stevie Nicks a million times. I've never seen her front row, but like I've seen Fleetwood Mac a ton of times, Stevie Nicks, and there's never been a Fleetwood Mac or a Stevie Nicks show where the song "Landslide" hasn't been done. But my daughter's never been to a concert, and when Stevie Nicks was standing right like in front of us, and she sang "Landslide," which I've heard a million times live in concert. My daughter had her head on my shoulder with tears running down her eyes. I was like, wow, that was a special moment for me. So and special moments like that. It's a lot of money, but it's worth it. Like, it's great. Uh, who knows how long, much longer we get to see Stevie Nicks live. She's in her late 70s now. You back on good terms with Kozak? No, I'm not on good terms with them. Just my daughter. You know. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. But yeah, no, I don't. It's just my daughter's old enough, to start making her own decisions and stuff, and she decided she loves her dad and wants to be around him, and what really happened, and she loves coming over. She loves spending time, and we do a lot of fun things together. I like going to concert, but after Stevie, we just went to a concert last week. We went to a Fleetwood Mac tribute show. We had a good time with that too. I always do goofy shit, and she acts like she's embarrassed by it. She is, but she laughs at it. Like the Stevie Nicks tribute show, I brought a Stevie Nicks tambourine little stuff hanging down. Like that, she would crack up. Like when we were done, when the concert was over, I was wearing a Stevie Nicks T-shirt, and this the woman that played Stevie Nicks in the Stevie Nicks and this Fleetwood Mac tribute show was like, "I like your shirt," and I said, put up my big Stevie Nicks tambourine and shook it, and I said, "Thank you." And she's like, "Oh my god, I love that tambourine!" But my daughter loves it. We have a good time. We laugh a lot. Me and my daughter, she has like the same type of humor. She's a lot like me. She looks a lot like me, and she's a cool kid. I like her a lot. I love her. She's my kid. I love her. She's I'm reading comments, and I have buttons. Uh, hey, Vegas beer sales, Jerry. How are you, Jerry? I gotta tell you, this has been the longest 2 days of my life. I can't wait to get to Florida. I cannot wait to get to Florida. What time is it? 5:46. Guys, what, 8 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, I'm going to be right at that gate because I am not missing this flight. I have been at the airport since 10:30 this morning, and this has just been been something.
But if they don't know. That's the one I was like, I'm getting stuff for. Yeah.
You know what? My opinion, which I have buzz going on. Yeah, I really don't feel it because I've been up to date. I'm in like a haze. So and I've been drinking slow. Like I usually when I like get in a drinking mood, I'll go and something. But I just it's been it's been a crazy 2 days. So this trip was very unexpected, and then I missed the 11:22 flight, and now I'm waiting for this 8:06 flight. So um, I'm ready. I don't want to sleep because I don't want to miss the flight. I haven't slept because I've been packing and setting up stuff with the dogs. I told everybody earlier, but um, I'm ready, because they're not going to leave me on the plane. I'm going to pass out on that plane. I have to. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not getting too hammered. I mean, but that's the thing is, I'm just trying to keep myself occupied, to keep myself awake until I get on this plane because it's been a tough couple of days. So, and I already miss it now. But I got this new boarding pass and set up, and I know where I'm going, and be right there at that 8:06 plane flight. Yeah, got my robe on. I can't wait. I just had a. It wasn't supposed to be ready till Friday, and then this trip came in, and I called. I said, "Is my robe ready early by any chance?" They said it is, and I went picked up my robe because this is like a $300 robe, and it's so comfortable, and I wear it so much that I get sloppy and dirty, and I have to get it dry cleaned. And no, I have it here with me when I go to bed, and I fucking love my robe. I love it. I love my robe. My hoodie. You go soon. I gotta. After I finish this beer, I'm gonna start getting ready, and I want to. I have the group text with the dogs. I want to make sure that I still have a couple more instructions. Yeah, my dogs are high maintenance. Like Stevie, like she won't go on a leash, and she's very nervous. She's like a daddy's girl, so she won't come out. So the people that come over, they're gonna have to carry her out, put her in the grass, and she'll go. And she won't run off. She's not bad. She'll stay there, and then she just sits there, and she'll have to be carried back in, because she's used to me. But I know her routine. I have to keep a entryway for her, and how she does it. But Stevie is like very particular of how everything is, where her food bowl is, where she's fed. Um, like when she comes in the door, the entranceway has to be clear. Nobody can be standing there. You have to keep it completely clear. She's very dogs are like people. They all have different personalities, and she's very like OCD, Stevie, nervous dog. What's this? My opinion says, what are the chances of you fainting like a woman on the flight? Like how Chad faint on a flight? No, I've never fainted on a flight. I've never had any problems flying. Yeah.
Spending.
Is Johnny 8 book says Rob Shaw is unstoppable. So, I am unstoppable. This work thing's going to be pretty intense. That's why I want to get up. And I even talked to my new co-host that'll be joining us with a relaunch in the studio. So it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, but that'll probably be the next time you guys will see me live because it's it's something just something work related. Yeah. Yeah. Vegas beer sale Jerry. Yeah, she is an OCD dog. She's very yeah. And I have to tell people now, like I have a group chat with people on the messages because, before when I would have to go somewhere for a day or two, I'd have a neighbor that like Stevie won't come on outside and she wouldn't come back in, and I'm like, okay, well, Stevie's like we got to clear out, and then if she won't come out, you got to carry her out. Like Stevie is very finicky. She's very nervous and quiet when I'm not around. She gets very timid when I'm not around people, but it's funny. Then when I am around and people around, she sits on my lap and barks at everybody like she's real tough and like she's protecting me. And they're like, Stevie's so good when you're not around, but like if other people are around when Stevie's with me, she just barks at him. He just like acts like a maniac. Chad claims he was sober. I believe he was either drunk or hungover the way he's been drinking. I haven't been watching Chad. I really don't watch Chad. In fact, like Chad's had me blocked forever, and I was like, good. Like I didn't want any contact. But when I said I was bringing my show back, he unblocked me to start talking shit on Twitter, and he's like, "I own you, bitch. The Z-Man owns you." It's like he is. I mean, oh my god, he's so cringy. Like Chad is just such. I mean, a cringy loser. It's just so ugh. He gives me the ick. Like he's so cringy because he's like this guy in his 50s that like wears like the fitted hats and the bright clothes and acts like he's a cool guy and good looking with his big fat face and he pretends that he's popular in the show business community, and he just lies about everything. And I mean, Chad is a cringy motherfucker. I mean, there's not many people that disgust me more than Chad. Chad just really cringe, and Chad has always kind of cringed me. The first time I met him is they brought him on Levy Land, and I was watching him and all shenanigans, and it was like, and I just didn't. I just stayed out of it, and I never mentioned any of it. And I was like, and I saw how he would interact with people, and I'm like, I don't even want to be involved in that. But somehow, I guess because Kevin started bringing me on, and he got jealous. Then he started coming for me, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." And Chad is just Chad. He's just fucking despicable. Uh, hey, Rob, will you be looking up your ex-girlfriend who was teaching you how to drive while you're there? No, she moved to Atlanta, and now she's in Seattle. I'm going to Florida. Yeah, Alicia. Yeah, good-looking chick. They're both kind of cringy, Mega G, but Zumach is definitely cringier because, Final Boss, like, kind of knows he's cringy and accepts it. I mean, he does try to act a little cool sometimes, but, like, Chad genuinely believes that he's, like the cool kid, the cool 50-year-old kid, and like, yeah, you're a loser, dork. I'm friends with Jordan Florentine, and he pretends like he's a superstar. Yeah, that's way cringier. I mean, being self-aware. Like I'm self-aware. I don't think I'm like a big superstar, and I know that I can look back at some of my shows where I was a lolcow and just like ugh, I'd be cringed out by myself. But Chad has no self-awareness of just how fucking cringy he is. He really thinks he's like believes that he's a superstar. Let's just say Chad went after you because of one single tweet. He lost his mind because you pointed out his past comments about KB's children. Yeah. Me and Kevin are best friends. We've been friends before you knew. He was jealous for a while. It was a short while that Kevin was like really favoring me and having me on the show. And I mean, Chad lost his mind, like a jealous girl. And it's weird with that. So, and I'm even admit I got to it because KB can be like KB can be a funny guy. And like when you make KB laugh, there's kind of like a high to it. Like when you see him laugh, like when you make him laugh, there's like sort of like a high to it. Like, just because, I don't know. There's something about him. So, I got into it. But then, once I got out of that, I realized, like, all these people that are like scared to go on their shows and worship them and all that, or just like always going out to impress, insulting people for no reason because they think KB doesn't like them to impress them. Uh, it's cringy, just like Chad. But Chad was the first KB lolcat, cringy guy that was trying to impress, Kevin Brennan. Welcome back, Rob. Stay humble, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all coming in here and keeping me company and even in sending a few bucks, helping me out with this overpriced airport cocktails. But I love you guys, and I wanted to come on while I was at the airport because this trip was so unexpected, and it may be a few weeks before I get back to the studio, and I let my new co-host know, and we've been in contact. But we are coming, and we're going to be doing the show. But I just wanted to check in, and I mean, it was fun. It was fun. Like when I went on to do the test, like I haven't been on in so long. When I was just trying to figure out how I wanted to set up the equipment, I was shocked how many people showed up and started super chatting, and then of course, typical Rob Saul style, I started talking with my hand knocked over the TV and looked like a complete like moron and idiot. So, and of course, that was everywhere. But it's fun. I kind of missed it. I miss the fun parts of the Dabbleverse. The unfun parts of the Dabbleverse, I don't miss. Right? Like the fun stuff like that, where it's like random shit happens and it's just like funny and everybody's laughing together and having a good time. I like that, but just the dire hatred. I can do without. I can definitely do without that. So yeah. I'm just like rearranging the studio, getting everything in order, and I guess maybe I should get a new monitor. But I mean, this fucking TV. That was my like main TV in my living room, like 15, 20 years ago, and it just won't die, and I just use it as a monitor, and I connect it to my MacBook, as an extra monitor. You know, it's like, you know, if it what's the old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know. Then I fucking knocked it off the fucking table, and it's still working. That TV's fucking old. It's like a fucking 32-inch Vizzy. I couldn't even try. I couldn't even sell that online. I could put it on a Facebook Marketplace free. Just come pick up, and nobody would get it. But the thing still fucking works. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's buy some cheap 2732 LCDs. Yeah, I guess I got. I mean, this TV just has never died, and I've always used it. Um, yeah. Final Boss wants to know if the bartender is a dude or a chick. He's a dude. He's wearing like a Philadelphia like hockey jersey, and he's got like a long beard and a hat. He's like kind of looking like me, except for the jersey and a lighter hat and a longer beard. Well, this Yiggling is almost done, folks, so we're going to end things soon. 6 o'clock. I am 2 hours away from it. Well, I'm going to start boarding in 45 minutes. Thank God. Oh, my God. 11:22. I got up there at 11:15. They won't let me in. I said, did the plane take off? They're like, no, but we're not. We can't board anymore. And I'm like, please. There was a problem with the tickets and them getting me. Please, you want it. Oh, my God. I didn't think I'd make it. Look at Nick in Fort Wayne becoming a new member. Thank you. Yes, I noticed the memberships have gone down, but we are coming back, and we're going to have a lot of member-only content. So, you gotta. We are. We're coming. I mean, February is going to be the return of the Soul Show, and I'm going to go back to my original roots. People love my interviews, so we're gonna keep doing some interviews and booking guests, and keep doing our thing here on the Rob Saul Show. Teddy Ruxman says Rob Saul is the Dabbleverse hero who started out as a villain and grew to the myth and legend of the hero he is today. Thank you, Mr. Teddy Ruxman. I couldn't say it better myself. Guys, this Florida thing I'm doing for work, I'm not sure what free time I'm going to have. Maybe I can check in with you if I can. I will. If not, when I'm back in Jersey, we're going to be back full force doing a podcast. We're going to start doing some member only content, and we're really going to get it together. So. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, James Dixon, back to the Blog Talk. I mean, I was always a featured show on Blog Talk Radio. They were writing articles about me. They did a Blog Talk Radio had a whole page about me. It was like called like Superstars, and they had like a whole interview about me. And it's when I was still with my wife, and she was I had her hair dyed red, and they were saying. Comparing my ex-wife my wife at the time to Patricia Heaton. Yeah. I was a big superstar on Blog Talk Radio. Are we going to be able to hear your impressions of other YouTube streamers? Yeah, I will still be doing impressions, guys. My awful impressions. They all sound the same. That we're doing bad impression. But all right, guys. I'm going to head out, finish this up. Thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to check in with you because I really was kind of overwhelmed by the test show. Not that it was like some outrageous numbers, but like I was expecting like 5 people to show up and be like, "Oh, let's see what Rob Saul's doing." Because I was just testing my equipment, and obviously I didn't mean, as you saw in the look in my face and humiliation, didn't mean to knock over my monitor, but um, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I actually had a lot of fun interacting with you guys again. Um, and I look forward to it. And I'm glad. I was thinking like no Dabbleverse, but of course the Dabbleverse comes in, and but a lot of the good Dabbleverse people come in, and I enjoy it and I love it, and I thank you guys. I love you guys, and I will check in with you as soon as I can. I am going to go and make sure I'm set to get on this flight. I've been in the airport now for 10 hours, something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time. Um, but I got to make sure I get this 8 o'clock flight. I was supposed to be in Florida by 2:30. I won't be there till 11:15. So thank you, everybody. Yes, bless all of you, and thank you. Much love. Much love, and I will be back. I'm not sure with the work. It's very restricted. Uh, the training. It's like a training program thing with bartending, and so I don't know how much time I'm going to have, free time, but if I can, I will check in with you until we get. I'm back in Jersey and back in my studio, and me and my new co-host get the show started. But I'll check in with you. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you just for the nice things you say and the super chats. I really do appreciate that, guys. It really does mean a lot to me because. It warms my heart to know that there's good people out there, and I love that, and I love you guys. So have a good night.